you can't Niba?
So you pretty much flow with the goal.
I come to the right place then.
Post Rolls Jiu Jitsu Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Post Rolls Podcast. We're here with Juan, always flexing, Brown Hugh Lopez. There's not really a brown hue on the camera.
I'm going to try my first sip of this.
We didn't toast.
Is this a sponsor? Cheers, guys.
We are
Sponsor of the podcast.
Oh, that is nice. That's real nice. There is just the tiniest kick. Is it like jalapeno pineapple?
It just says
best tasting. Yeah, the flavor.
Where did you get these?
Flamin' Joe.
Why are we drinking these?
Oh, I got these online.
Okay.
He has a case of them in his backseat.
He really does.
As everyone does. In the backseat, you know. I can get you one.
Do you sell these at your work?
I wish.
Oh man, I thought for sure that's why you brought them.
If we did, I would be in trouble.
Or you would just be cracked out.
Or I'd be super laxed from the 25 milligrams of CBD.
Yeah, I don't know if. So I'm not a believer in CBD. Have you?
Neither am I.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Not for me.
It doesn't work for anybody.
Yeah, I haven't. It works apparently if you have seizures. Then it will help you.
So there's some my understanding is there's some studies that show that it does improve seizures and a couple other issues, and those are the studies that are always cited. What they don't tell you is the dosage is, you know how when you buy CBD in those little tincture bottles, it's like one of those a day.
Oh,
it's like massive
really?
doses of CBD.
Really just microdosing CBD.
Yeah.
I do believe, though, that the marijuana that they've grown lately is super high THC and low, like almost no CBD. And I think that's where the angst from marijuana comes from, is the fact that they're screwing up the levels. If it was CBD and sort of like if they weren't extracting, one,
it would be a little bit more mellowed out.
Cannabinoid, yeah, it would be a little bit better for you.
Weed does give me, and actually, I was met a guy once that told me he gave me CBD, and there was like his product. Do you want to try this out? And I said, he goes, "Do you smoke weed?" And I was like, "No, I don't. It gives me anxiety. I don't like it." And he goes, "What about CBD?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." And so he's like, "Here's some drops and here's some gummies." And so I get in the car and I'm leaving his house and put a fistful of gummies because I know I did.
Yeah, I love it. So you ate a ton of THC. When you thought it was just CBD.
Because I'm thinking of what I just said, the studies, right, about the doses need to have. So I'm like, all right, let me just get a fistful, threw it down, and I got like halfway in the middle of the 241, which like doesn't have any exits or anything like that, you know?
Oh my god!
And I'm like looking around, and I go, how did I get here? What the fuck? And then I start like checking in, I'm like, my heart's pounding. I'm like, am I having an anxiety attack? Like, it's been a good day. What's happening? And then I call my wife and I'm like, I think I'm having an anxiety attack. And she goes, what happened? And I was like, well, I went to so-and-so's house. I tried some that motherfucker. Yes. And then I went back. I had a previous business and I did a job for this guy. I went back like a week later to finish the job. And I go, dude, I told you I didn't like THC. And he goes, oh no, remember I said those ones you have to take before bed? And I was like, how does that mean? And he goes, all right, but the drops though, those no THC in those. They're
it's a little late now.
There's just CBD in the drops, and I had the gummies, so I was like, okay, whatever. Like a month goes by, and I'm like,
take the drops.
Oh, I have those drops. Let me go take some drops. And I just take it. And dude, I was so fucking blasted. I called my brother-in-law. It's a bit of a stoner, or a lot of a stoner, or at least he was. And I was like, yo, how do I know if I got laced drugs? Because I think this fool gave me fucking like drugs. I was so...
You fought like his brother back in the day and you beat his ass.
Wait, what? Oh, the guy?
Yeah.
It was a revenge plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's what too much THC edibles will do.
Yeah.
They'll just make you feel doomed for some reason. You're like, why am I doomed? I'm just sitting here. There's no reason I'm doomed, but for some reason I feel that way.
Yeah.
You want to hear another funny story?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's funny, but so back when I was 19, I had this friend named Chad, and he had this like super elaborate 4-chambered bong. And he's like, Juan, for the first time that you get high and you try weed, you're going to try it out of this bong. Little did I know he put like salvia in it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Lord of mercy.
I took a giant puff.
Yeah.
And then I took another for some reason.
Yeah. Because it didn't kick in yet.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
That's right. All respect, Juan.
I don't know if we can curse on this podcast.
Yeah, you can.
Fuck yeah, you can.
Oh, excellent, sir.
Yeah.
So I immediately, everything just started prisming.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Respect. Shout out to prison.
And like maybe I'm telling him, dude, man,
What do you mean? How does prism a verb?
So okay, I should have said like everything looked like a kaleidoscope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So kaleidoscope villaging.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes later, he's like, "Well, Juan, you got to get going. I'm gonna go fuck my girlfriend." And I'm like, "Bro, I can't. I can barely even move. Like, what do you mean?" He's like, "I'll walk you to your car. You'll be fine. Just drive home."
It's not the walking the car that's the hard part. It's what happens after.
I get to my car, and like somehow I get out of his garage, and I'm driving home, and it just my depth perception completely just stops.
Oh, no.
So everything is just a still picture in front of me while I'm still driving, and so I'm like, oh my god, bam, smack myself. I'm like, okay, it's back. I look to the side, and all I see is this person just looks so strange, looking right at me, but there was actually no one there. And then I look back to the front windshield, and it's still the same picture. I'm like, no. Somehow,
Are you on the freeway at this point?
No, fortunately, I was like it was like a city street that I could make it to my house. I didn't make it to my house. Somehow I made it to my girlfriend at the time's house. She was much more experienced with these drugs. So I call her. I'm like, babe, I'm really high right now. Please don't be mad. She's like, why would I be mad? I can't make it. I can't make it. Somehow I made it to her house. I was right in front of her yard. She's like, I see you. What do you mean?
She's in the driveway still. Just.
She comes out. She takes me to a McDonald's, and I eat like a large fry, and then immediately after eating that large fry, I had to go to the bathroom and just puke my brains out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really? From Salvia or from the McDonald's? Could have been either.
I don't know. It could have been either one.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know.
I've seen that. Gets you dizzy, kind of.
It was wild.
Isn't Salvia like a quick thing?
It wasn't for me. It
really?
lasted like a good 45 minutes.
But there's also
that's quick.
weed in it too.
That's quick as weed goes.
Is it?
45 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It lasts way longer than that.
The last time I smoked weed after that was with 2 females.
All right, let's talk about this. Just kidding. Maybe we talk about your jiu-jitsu journey. You got any jiu-jitsu journey?
It's
So we gotta get to your
Not much of a
your
journey.
thing as well too.
That much of a journey? Yeah, I did. So I just got back from Tahoe.
Right.
That was awesome at the Atos Winter Summit at South Lake Tahoe. That was super cool. We had Hulk Barbosa was the main instructor. And
I thought you were going to say Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan would have been awesome.
He's good too.
Nice, brother.
Oh man, I would have dyed my stash dark just for him. Like, I'm you, brother. No, but we did jiu-jitsu twice a day and snowboarded one day.
Oh really?
And it was all part of the deal. It was awesome. So he's going to do more. August 10th and 11th, Andre Gaval's going to come up to South Lake Tahoe for their sort of grand opening as the Atos.
Dude,
I
I was telling you that Tahoe would be the place for a retreat, man.
You were telling me that.
I think it would be the coolest place.
You're right.
Especially if we do it in the wintertime and we could just get in the lake,
Oh my God, yeah.
instead of doing the ice baths.
I was. We did get in the lake one day, and then I put a big old ice bath on the roof, and I was just shoveling snow.
I saw that.
So fun.
And like a true black belt, you were still in your sandals in the snow.
What I didn't realize, I made all these people do cold plunges in the lake, and I made them do in a colder tub on the roof. and there's snow everywhere. But I make them do the horse stance standing in the snow barefoot, and apparently that's the worst part of the whole thing. That's what everyone was so mad about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's barefoot in the snow. That is for sure the worst.
Yeah, it's super painful. But it doesn't even cross my mind because it's like in the Wim Hof stuff. Of course you do that. Like that's that's not even. That's the easy stuff.
You guys don't do this every day.
Yeah, we do it every day.
It doesn't hurt your feet anymore?
Yeah, I mean it hurts, but it doesn't like I'm emotionally disattached from it.
You're like that guy,
So it's
like that guy that you sent me. Accept the pain.
That's right. Just so
Be
exactly
friends with it. Have you seen that guy? Have you ever seen his post before?
No, is he scary?
He's like, I mean, according to the post, I don't know if it's real, but like he's like an ex-Russian mobster turned Instagram influencer, more or less. But they just there's just a bunch of good memes. Like he has some good ones. And it's kind of hard because I'm like, I mean, listen, if you were in the Russian mob, probably we're not on the same page here. I don't know if I want to take advice from you, but then also it sounds so good when you say it.
He seems like a psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think he was talking about torture.
Before the mountain.
Oh.
Before Tahoe, I was in Spain for a week, which is awesome. But I was in Poland doing the Wim Hof expedition, which is pretty fun. So we took 100 people up Mount Śnieżka to the top.
They gotta do something
close to
about
the
that
top.
name.
Mount Śnieżka, highest peak in that area, I guess. But we didn't go exactly to the top because there's people of all experience levels, and we couldn't we didn't want to. The idea is you overcome this thing and you don't lose anybody. But
right.
But it was awesome. I mean, everyone's in shorts and no shirt on, and so that influenced me in Tahoe. I snowboarded without a shirt on for a little bit. That was freaking awesome. Yeah, I got a lot of new fans.
How cold was it in Tahoe?
It's freezing. It's freezing. My nipples were rock hard. I was breaking glass with those things. Yes, that's why you came on.
Yeah, literally. Did you fall with you had a shirt on? Are you a good snowboarder?
I'm pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty good. I don't snowboard a lot, but I'm not bad. And no, I did not fall. I was wearing butt pads, which is awesome. I recommend anyone who is going to snowboard, like, why would you fall on the
I didn't even
ice?
know that's a thing.
Oh my god, it is so much better.
Can you wear them?
Can you see them?
No, you can't see them. I can put them on under shorts. You wouldn't even know I'm wearing them. They're like kind of like the plastic pieces in like a football pad.
Yeah.
But they just cover everything. That was tailbone protector.
I was gonna say a tailbone because that's really what counts.
Dude, I smashed at one point. I smashed on the ground, and okay.
You're like, woo!
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, that's awesome.
With the butt pads and I would say wrist guards, you are like you can hit the park even if you're not good.
You know what I was thinking about the other day is how come it's acceptable for skateboarders to wear elbow pads and knee pads. It's a little bit dorky, but as soon as you cross the wrist pad line, which is arguably the most important because that's what you're going to fall on the most. Right. As soon as you get wrist pads on,
they think it's dumb.
You're gay.
Oh, man. I know. My son broke his wrist at skate camp because he wasn't wearing wrist pads.
Right. Yeah, it's the ones you need the most.
So stupid.
But if you see a guy rolling down the street with his wrist pads on, you're like, loser.
I mean, well, that's because they're in the street. They should be, if you're going to, it's for doing tricks, pad up for doing tricks,
Yeah, but even at a skate park. Only the 8-year-olds.
Yeah, people don't usually wear them.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I would. I mean, I want to keep people. They don't know. They don't know any better. We know. I think I know more than you because I'm 46 and I'm still doing Jiu Jitsu and I'm still snowboarding and doing whatever I want to do because I've protected myself. Yeah, because I wear pads.
Yeah, it's smart.
I would be. I could have chipped my tailbone when I fell on the ice.
You fell that hard?
Yeah, I fell super hard. I was doing I was like coming off a ledge doing a jump, and I mean it would have been super bad.
I actually lost a student. He didn't die. He ended his membership because he started jiu-jitsu, started training with us.
Yep.
And then that happens. You just gotta ignore it. We haven't figured it out.
That's
yet.
the ghost of Helio Grace.
Yeah. He haunts the
Stopping by.
podcast. Yeah. The
Respect. Although that was DMX's sign.
What
He just gave him. He just gave him X. It's gonna give it to you.
It's gonna give it to
You gave him the bad guys from the Dodgeball movie. Anyways, what was it? Oh yeah, a guy signed up.
Yeah.
Makes friends with another guy that still trains with me, and then
They go snowboarding.
they end up becoming friends, and then 2-3 classes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm going snowboarding. You want to come snowboarding?" And this guy had never snowboarded before. He fell on his ass, broke his tailbone, and was like, I couldn't train anymore. I was like, God damn it!
9
you
months.
pay his membership now.
That's an injury that lasts for so long.
A while, yeah.
Have you seen Dr. Luke? He's a black belt at Victory, down friend of the podcast, I'm sure. Dr. Luke, Dr. Professor
a
Luke.
few times.
He
Professor, yeah.
Yeah,
great.
So, Professor Dr. Luke. But so he had, I think he's gonna start doing this more. But he had a video he posted yesterday of a guy and a girl arm wrestling, and the guy just breaks the girl's arm and it
I
like
saw that.
shatters
You
in half.
hear it.
Did you see that? Oh my god,
No.
he broke it so wickedly.
What do you mean you think he's going to start doing this more?
So he's going to start. I hope. I messaged him and I said, "This is the greatest. Please keep this up." But just he's got the video in the background and he's just talking like stoically, about like
he's like diagnosing.
horrific accidents. Because then he shows you the X-rays and then how you have to fix it and stuff, and that's his gig, right? But it all starts with like a horrific accident.
Oh, he's got to do that.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
Did that
already.
video get a lot of views?
I don't know. By me, it did, and like I sent it
By
to
me, I viewed it 7 times. What's his?
I sent it to everyone.
What's his?
Oh yeah, good call, Dr. Luke. I mean, I know you could do LUC.
If
So
his
Dr.
name
Luke.
is Dr. Luke on Instagram, I don't like him as much.
Dr. Luke. No, it's his full name. It's Dr. Lucius. I think it's Dr. Lucius.
Dr. Lucius, man.
I know.
So it's not Dr. Luscious.
That's
Is it
that's a panda
M.
dropping.
Lucius
last name.
Pomerantz?
I'll tell you.
So.
Yeah, because we would friend of the podcast. He's a man.
He is cool.
Yeah, and he's super good at jiu-jitsu. He's like stupid good. It's Dr._Lucius. Dr._Lucius.
Oh yeah, that is him. Dr. Lucius Pomerantz.
My favorite was one of his posts where I really started to think he was the coolest is he's in his scrubs, right? And he's warming up
I don't want to see it.
for a surgery.
Yeah.
He's warming up for surgery. This is months ago, or this is COVID times. So he's in his scrubs. He's got a mask on, a face, like a surgical mask on, and he's in the parking lot, and he's warming up for surgery, and he's got a mace. He's got a mace, and he's doing like a full mace workout in the parking lot, in his scrubs, in a surgical mask. And I'm like, whoa, even in the hair thing. I'm like, this dude is the coolest. I want him to be my orthopedic surgeon.
Did he change his scrubs afterward?
I don't know. I imagine. I don't know how that works, but yeah. I mean, my son broke his wrist, and I took my son to him too. So much respect.
That video did not get a lot of views.
Whoa. All right.
It should.
Well, it will after it comes out on this incredibly popular podcast. Yeah.
Talk about.
10
Oh my God. Guys. Why would you yell in the mic like that? You savage.
My ears are bleeding now.
Oh my God.
Here, one.
I've seen it a million
Oh yeah,
times. It's great.
I've seen it.
You've seen this video?
Yeah. It's like, I like the music too. Oh, you nailed it.
She's just she doesn't even cry though. She's just like
She's in
you-
shock.
You broke my arm.
I'm sure, yeah, she's in shock for
happened?
sure.
She's like, whatever we had is over,
Yeah,
and
right.
you broke my arm just now.
I was just trying to hold your hand, bro. They just want to arm wrestle me.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm not a fan of what just happened.
Well, you did that to yourself. I told you what was going to happen.
I'm real bad with things like that.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable, but then I can't not look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You cause them,
Yeah,
yet you can't watch them.
I know.
It's like a scary movie.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. Oh, yes.
let me tell you more about the Wim Hof expedition.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing is, so all week, we have 25 people in a group. There's 2 instructors. There's 400 people total that are all involved in this expedition. And then 100 a day sort of go off and do the outings. But then you're all back together again and having
By the outings, you
dinner
mean
stuff.
they go to the mount? They go up the mountain.
Yeah, one day we go to the mountain. Once we go to the famous waterfall and like pool that Wim Hof jumps off of a lot and that sort of stuff. And so we all roll up there, and Wim comes out of a cave with a bongo and is like playing the bongos.
Wait.
Yeah.
You climb the mountain.
Yeah.
And he's already up there?
No, that's a different day. So the waterfall, the famous waterfall
okay.
and pool.
How cool would it have been if you climbed the mountain and he was in a cave at the top of the
We
mountain
was
and
just
he was just like,
hey.
this is where I live.
I mean,
Bongoing.
that was basically what happened when we saw the waterfall too, because you didn't see him at all, and then you roll up and there he is, like looking all crazy.
That is so awesome.
Super cool.
Waterfall is just a water feature he created. His condo was up in that.
He did used to live within walking distance of that waterfall.
Really?
That's his spot. Yeah, super cool. They all know him. Like we saw tourists and stuff. We're like standing around wearing full Wim Hof outfits, like with all the gear and stuff, and they're like waiting to get a picture with him and stuff. He's
What's
quite
he?
famous.
What's he like? What's his personality like?
Oh my God, exactly what you see in the podcast and everything. He just, he acts like a kid. He is a grown-up that acts like a kid. And I think that was one of the biggest takeaways for that whole week was, we had 25 people were going to be with him all week, and we're spending a couple of sessions, breathwork sessions and stuff like that in this. We had one conference room essentially we would use. And to get out of your comfort zone, to really get out of your comfort zone and feel comfortable with other people, you got to feel like a kid. You to get back to like your playful roots. And so I not really interviewed, but like really talked to all the other instructors, because we're sort of left to our own devices in order to come up with like what we're going to do with this group in order to sort of get them out of their shell and get them used to, I mean, everybody's going to do ice baths and horse stance and act crazy, but what kind of little games are we going to play? And one of them, my favorite instructors, he said, this is what he does. This is so cool. And we could almost do this. I'm going to do it in my retreat coming up in April 4th. But instead of like when you meet a group of people, what do? You introduce yourself, you say goofy stuff, weather stuff, all that. And he said, no. He said, when the group gets in the room, there's 25 people that don't know each other from all over the world. I would say no more than 4 of them are from the same country, and majority speak the same language. I mean, this is like totally international groups. He has them get on all fours, all of them. All right, everyone get on all fours. And they're like, what? And then he's like, crawl around. We're just going to crawl around. And he started crawling around. And then...
This is Wim saying this?
This is one of the other instructors.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, okay, we were crawling around. Now try and grab someone's foot. And don't let somebody grab your foot. And so, like we do in Jiu Jitsu, right? Like the kids do.
Yeah.
And then he stops it. And he says why he does this is... And he does some other things too, which are hilarious. But why he does this is when you're a kid, you don't introduce yourself. You just start playing. You just grab someone and start playing. And so he throws in a room and he just makes people start playing. And then that like quickly breaks the barrier of the, the social norms.
Oh, that's cool.
Which have been constructed. Yeah, super cool. And then one of the other ones he does, and we've done this a lot in Wim Hof stuff, is that you get a partner and then you're supposed to stare in each other's eyes. And I'm like, ooh, I always
you
hated
looked in
that.
my eyes and I said that, and I
And you looked away.
I'm uncomfortable.
Looked away just to find me.
It's the worst. I told him, I'm like, when he told me that, I'm like, that's my least favorite. I hate doing that. And he was like, I know. I'm like, well, how long do you do it for? He says, I do it until I can't stand it anymore. That they are so uncomfortable, that the group is so uncomfortable that I can't take it anymore. And then they can move on to something else. But I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting too, because I mean, that's the point of not only this expedition, the Wim Hof stuff, whatever, that's the point of life, is to be able to get out of your comfort zone, just, expand your boundaries and become better and stronger and more useful and all these things. And so many people are sort of trapped in this day-to-day thing that they do.
I used to do that in the opposite, for the opposite reason from all my fights. Pretty much every single fight I ever had. Like at the weigh-ins, there's a stare down,
Yeah,
and
what would
I
you
would
do?
just look like into their right eye, just dead face, like no expression.
Dang, like
and just stare at them. And just it's so uncomfortable, right? And I don't know if it worked or not. I heard it from something somewhere, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that. And definitely without fail, they always looked away. And I felt like that was a little mental
A little win.
Yeah, they were
A little
like,
win for you.
oh.
Just deadpan.
Like, it wasn't like I would give them a dirty look.
Yeah.
I was just blank, you know? And they were just like, stop looking at my
That's
soul.
awesome. I've been working on my face for the Fight to Wins, for the posters. I'm always like trying to improve the how, like, you know,
Yeah.
what a face that would be intimidating would look like.
But I remember the last one. Didn't you make a funny face?
I mean, it's a funny, but
It's like
it's my favorite. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I've been working on it. I did deadpan at one point, but it just looks like you weren't ready for the picture.
Yeah.
But now you know what I think it is? It's open eyes a little bit. You just get a little bit
A
wider.
little crazy.
You get a little, right? You get a little wider.
Just a little teeth showing
See?
stuff.
A little, when you get in your eyes, get a little wider than they're
You
supposed
did
to.
the one eyebrow, dude.
Something's wrong.
God.
Something's wrong.
Please.
You're thinking of something, you know something.
I gotta check something real quick just to make sure that my daughter's still asleep. And
Sure.
you guys continue.
Yeah, sure. You know, we're going to roll out at like 50 after.
What,
We got
50?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Yeah, it's 2:05. We got a grip.
How do you like the drink?
It's good. It's good. It's kind of, if it was ice cold, it'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
Or if it had, vodka or whiskey in it.
I don't know what Nick's problem is. Not getting us some clinky glasses with some ice.
Man, thought he was a gentleman.
Obviously not.
So how long did you say you've been doing jiu-jitsu on?
I started at Nick's place probably like at its inception.
Wow, cool. So you've only been doing jiu-jitsu at his place?
Yeah, and
Oh, that's
then
awesome.
like randomly at other gyms, like open mats and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Victory or Legion or something?
No, this place called North County MMA.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
Escondido. It's
Yeah.
just a little bit down the street.
Yeah, I seen that one. You like that one?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
I do a lot
I drive by it all the time.
I do a lot of sparring there.
Do you? You
yeah.
still go there?
Yeah, like Muay Thai, MMA,
Gotcha.
stuff like that.
Cool.
I like to spar a lot.
Yeah, sparring's the best part. Why?
It is.
If you're not going to spar, what are you doing?
He only spars.
I only spar.
Oh, nice.
Did I text you back the other day? He messaged me the other day and he's like, hey, can I come take the Muay Thai class at your gym, but just come for the sparring and not take class?
Do you
Did I-
have a
did
Muay
I-
Thai
did
class
I-
now?
Someone, one of my jiu-jitsu students runs a
Nice.
Muay Thai program.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did I text you back?
Yeah, you said something about
No, you can't do that.
yeah.
I said he could. I said he'd have to ask Joaquin, but if
Yeah.
it were me, I'd be pretty insulted.
It's,
Yeah, right.
It's not that I didn't want to take his class; it's that I couldn't because I couldn't
Why?
be there that early. But I could be
Gotcha.
there like
It's at 7:30.
no, I have to drop someone off at that time, and then I could probably be there like 30 minutes later.
It's not that you just didn't want to do the instruction.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if I had to, I would, but but I could not.
I kind of feel
Because
that way.
I can't be there at
Yeah.
that time.
I feel that way about jiu-jitsu, really.
But
The
You don't like taking
instructions.
classes?
like,
Warm-ups,
yeah, like-
instruction.
I like warming up, but
Yeah.
instructions kind of like I've learned jiu-jitsu for 25 years.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Nick.
I've done enough classes.
I've done enough classes.
you've only done like 7 classes, Juan.
7? Absolutely not. 17.
Was that you want to roll into sparring too with no jiu-jitsu sparring with no class?
No. Actually,
Okay.
I would always do the class.
Right.
Yeah,
Because you'd
just
like it,
'cause I
right?
knew-
Because you
I knew
still need to.
nothing.
Yeah, you need to learn more. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. At least you get to work on something while you're.
Yeah. The first time I went was basically like a one-on-one class, wasn't it?
For a while, yeah, because he takes that, when he takes class, it's at 10:30, and
Privates with Nick Angeloni. That's like
Yeah.
that's $1 million class.
I didn't even,
And then
never even charged him.
you're-
He's the first payment that I've received.
And then who's your buddy that would come? Sergio.
Oh yeah, Sergio. You know Sergio. He went to Mexico with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he.
Wait,
and
he was
then
on the
started
podcast.
coming.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast.
We never introduced him though.
We never introduced him at the very end. We're like, by the way, this is Sergio.
He's here now.
Just magically appeared.
Did we introduce Juan?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Okay.
the brown shade.
Oh yeah, right.
That's why the camera is all funky.
Does the camera look funky?
No, I
You
don't.
definitely look
I'm
dark
pretty
in the back there.
I'm
Hiding in the
sorry.
shadows.
Jeez, I'm sorry. Maybe the black of the wall mixed with the black of the shirt.
It's just because the light is so different from him to you, and the camera is adjusted for you because you're the main face that it sees.
Yes.
It picks the most beautiful face on the screen, and it focuses on that.
Sorry, guys. It's my podcast now.
I don't think anybody watches video, anyways.
No, you don't think so?
Oh, wait.
I only watch the video.
You watch
a
podcast, a video podcast?
Yeah, I prefer it. At least I like to watch look at them because then I get a sense of being there.
When do you have an hour and a half to spare?
Which I mean, I watch part
driving.
of it. I mean, I usually only listen to a few podcasts. Rogan's one of them.
Lex Free.
So do you watch 3 hours of Rogan?
Oof, that's a tough call. I don't work anymore. I
just love the faces.
When I used to work, I did. You just love the faces.
I love the faces that they make, and I don't know. For me, listening to because Joe Rogan looks just like my dad.
Really?
Yeah, and my dad died, and they have a lot of the same sort of like I don't know personality.
Wow.
So is there like a comfort factor listening to Joe?
Definitely.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And he sounds like my dad, and he laughs like it's strange.
Huh.
That's super cool.
When
That's
I watch him, I'm just like,
cool.
oh, this is my pops.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Papa Rogues.
Oh, that is cool.
I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. But I used to, when I was a developer and a designer, and I was on a computer all day, I probably listened to the first several hundred full.
Listened, yeah, but like watch the videos.
Why
Sat
don't you
there.
think it's on
snowflakes.
YouTube? Yeah, watching it.
But you telling me you sat in a chair and
Yeah.
you just looked at them talking?
No, you just
why is
glance
this
over
idea
and you just watch it a little
Oh,
bit.
it's just like playing on a side screen.
Yeah, you just watch a little bit.
okay,
But
yeah.
I always did the video. I always did YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
And still, I always do. I do Spotify so I could see them.
Yeah,
And I don't
I always
watch-
did YouTube until it was required for Spotify. But
I don't watch other people's podcasts because they don't do video. Like, I don't use Spotify for Theo Vaughn's podcast because it doesn't have video.
Yeah, there's no video.
you YouTube it.
Yeah, I'll YouTube a piece of it. But then, you know, right, you can't keep listening unless you, like, pay for YouTube. You can't keep listening while your phone's turned off. So, Theo Vaughn, in case you're listening.
Step your game up.
Yeah, if you were on Spotify, I would listen to your podcast a lot more. But,
Really?
yeah, totally.
Yeah, my wife does that too, and I'm always like,
What?
don't you have other things to do?
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Like the only time I have that much time to listen to anything is if I'm driving. You know?
Yeah.
So-
You don't watch your phone while you're driving?
Like everyone else on the road.
Yeah.
My wife does that too. I've been on road trips and like like waking up and she's got her phone like propped up playing Netflix, like watching Friends, and I'm like
to the side.
while she's driving. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, Friends is on Netflix now?
Or whatever it is on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Watch
Because you're
TV while
looking
you drive?
straight ahead. Well, if your phone's mounted here, you're still looking straight ahead.
It's not like up like a heads up display or something. Like it's like it's down and to the right, like where
Oh,
her GPS
see,
would be.
mine's-
Almost like you buy a shifter.
Mine's right
What?
behind the windshield.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't do much better. I text and drive like a motherfucker.
Oh my God. How dare you?
Yeah, I know. I feel guilty about it.
I thought
Do you
were
drink
but I
while
don't
you
change.
text and drive?
only Kill Cliff's Flamin' Joe with 25 milligrams. It's another sponsor.
These are
Juan,
energy
you're
drinks,
good.
right? There caffeines in this?
I
Are
believe
there
there's-
caffeines in this?
I believe they're natural caffeines, whatever that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know, like
What's-
green tea extract, ginseng, inositol,
They feel pretty good.
Wait, there's no.
B3, B5, B12.
Have you been wasting my time on?
What do you mean?
Juan seems like a time waster, to be honest.
I'm sorry, guys. There's no sugar though. There's no sugar. It's just 13
respect.
grams of erythritol, which is monk
Respect.
fruit. Only 20
Nine-
calories for us watching our weight, which is probably not much.
90%.
I love monk's fruit. Golden monk's fruit's my favorite.
I didn't know there were different
what's that?
colors.
I know. I just found it. It tastes more like sugar. More like yeah.
It bothers me that energy drinks don't display the caffeine content.
Most of them do.
The only time they do is if it's a fuckload. Like if like 400 exactly.
C4 was not a sponsor.
The C4 at 400 milligrams.
I've heard that
Monster has.
a lot of times they actually underplay those numbers.
Oh, really?
Like there's usually more in it. It's like enough caffeine that you normally you'd be like, I don't want that much caffeine, but then you drink it because it says 200, and you're like, I don't know why, but I feel fucking great.
That's so good.
Feeling 500.
Hey, did you watch the UFC this weekend?
I watched bits of it.
Did you
I heard
see,
it was a great card.
Venom Page.
There were some good wins and losses on that one.
I
Yeah,
saw
did
some
you see
highlights
it?
of that fight.
Oh, he's my favorite. He's my new favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I love him. I just like he's like Captain Showboat.
He is.
Captain Showboat.
That's why the guy who was fighting with was perfect.
Why?
Yeah,
Holland.
Kevin Holland?
Yeah.
because he's not Captain Showboat. Right?
Was Kevin Holland just like yelling to DC in the mic, and Venom Page was just breakdancing, and then they got up and they punched each other?
So you did see it.
I thought you said you didn't watch it. No,
I don't like Kevin Holland that much.
You know, if you message him on Facebook, he will reply.
On Facebook?
On Facebook. I have messaged him many a time.
You know why?
Why?
Because you and him are the only one on Facebook.
Hey, Joe Rogan replied to me on MySpace.
Did he?
No big deal.
Did he really?
Yeah, totally. I made fun of his tattoo. He had a tattoo on his arm, and I'm like, nice graphics bong tattoo. He's like, it's just a jester. And he like messaged me back.
Dear you, sir, that is my father.
That's cool.
That's pretty sick.
It was super happy. He used to have a message board, which was like the dark web before when he was MySpace days.
Just obscenities.
Oh yeah, it was like he had an army. He had an army of insane people following his message board. And it was all about aliens and crazy stuff. This is before they ever did a podcast.
A
little bit of racism
before the
sprinkled in.
podcast?
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just like the people that watched The Man Show.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know where
Fear
you're
Factor.
Totally.
I've told you before, right, that Gary Vee will like, not always, obviously, but he will like go on like tiny podcasts.
Yeah. He's coming to San Diego soon, isn't he? Or do we miss him?
It might have passed. I don't know.
I think it was this month he's coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's give him a shout.
I'll message him. I'll message him right now.
See when he's coming.
Let's see when he's coming. Because he does respond to pretty much all of his messages eventually.
Really?
Eventually, yeah.
That's weird.
And
God, he's better than me. I don't even respond to all this.
that's just me either. Well, I do now because of him. But but he says like that's his big thing is he's like depth over breadth, you know. And he's like, the service part of my business is like in a world that's just insane amounts of breadth. Nobody really has depth in their business, you know, like in terms of their connection with their customers and whatnot.
Interesting.
Yeah, like he told a story where like something like he, because he was the wine guy for a while, and something happened where somebody ordered wine for Thanksgiving or something, and it was Thanksgiving Day, and it was like 2.5 hours away. Something got fucked up, they didn't get the order, and they were like, oh, this and that, they want my refund, this and that, and he was like, hold on, it's on the way, and he got in his car and drove to like New Jersey and dropped off the wine.
No
and
way.
she goes, and he said that she just goes, thanks, takes it and closes the door.
Of course.
But anyways, yeah, he responds to his messages, and he says he's like, I won't always say yes, but sometimes like if people ask me, then he'll be like, yeah, for sure, and he'll pop on.
That's awesome.
Nice.
We're gonna get him on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Friend of the podcast.
So keep going about the
Joe Rogan in front of the podcast.
Probably.
keep going about.
I did message him a few times to tell him come do jiu-jitsu before he was like too super famous. Because I thought he would have, because like I had a group of black belts in San Jose, and we was just going to get together with like heavyweight black belts. I mean, I thought that's who he would like to hang out with.
Yeah.
I think he might have gotten back to me, but he didn't. Didn't join us.
Is he a heavyweight? He's about 190, isn't he?
No, I bet he's over 200 now.
Yeah, now
He's built like a fire hydrant. He's a little
He is.
meatball.
I can't send him videos.
Literally, all
He's
he eats
like-
is meat.
He's like 5.
He is literally a meatball.
I would know.
Dude, I can't send
That's
a
your
video
dad.
to someone that doesn't follow me. Is that how it works?
You can't send a what?
I want to send him videos. Probably he doesn't want to get dick pics, huh?
Well, we got
What?
3 for
That's
you
fair
right
enough.
here.
Why are you sending him dick pics?
No, I don't want to send him a dick pic. Oh, dude, he follows people that I know. That's cool. I want to send him a video.
Why not just say hi? Why do you have to send him a video of what?
How much better and personal would it be if we took a video right here in the studio and be like, Gary V, this is our studio.
Yeah, what's up?
This is me that smiles. I'm not sure who that guy is, but
I'm not sure who that brown hue is.
Brown hue. And then here's our dicks, Gary.
Just kidding.
Off to the
Dicks.
clouds.
No, that was a sincere request, Gary.
Anyways, Gary, if you want more of this.
I don't know. Anyways, so keep telling us about your retreat. I want to hear more about
what
this.
else? No, I mean, that was the big takeaways, man. The big takeaway is because we got together with a group of adults from age in their 20s to in their 70s. That was our group. I don't know if they do that on purpose, but a good majority of them were not from the same place either. We got UK and Spain and, I mean, the Portugal, the list goes on and on. They're from all over. Czech Republic. We had a model from Czech Republic.
What do you think the biggest thing that...
And she was most beautiful on the inside. This gal was just a super cool person too.
Nice. What do you think the biggest takeaway that your guests took was?
What I realized
is that a real
is,
sentence? Did I make a full sentence there?
It came out, so it is real.
Okay. You get what I'm saying.
You spoke it into existence.
man. So you know what I think? I think people are dying. People are dying out there. People's lives are not serving them well, and they don't know simple tools to be happy, healthy, and strong. And the tools are available out there online. Everyone, you can figure out what it is, but people get stuck in these ruts, and they don't understand that. What a ketogenic diet does for you. They don't understand what breath work, cold exposure, heat exposure. They don't understand these simple tools, what they do for you. And it's not their fault. It's just like we are in this weird rut of what we have to do and who we have to take care of and how we do it. And we do it fueled on caffeine and
fuck yeah.
Your stress is super high. Nicotine. And I mean, those things are great, but you can also, there's a lot of easy ways to correct your hormones, and a lot of people don't know how to do it. And so that's what I learned from a lot of participants. They were like really stuck in a rut. And then what I know too from friends and family and stuff, it's like, man, if you would just do these simple things, it would change your whole life. Your hormones would be different. You'd be happy, and and you'd be better serving kind of the people around you.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest takeaway. I think we should all strive a tiny bit. If you had spent 1% of your day thinking about, how can I sort of improve my hormones, my hormone balance? How could I, should I do some grounding? Here are my top 5. You ready? Breath work is so freaking easy. Like, I almost got sick a couple of times during this. I've been gone for almost 3.5 weeks doing different stuff and doing crazy stuff and not getting enough sleep in these things. And I could feel my body at some points was like, oh, it's not working real well, or it's not. I'm headed down a bad path. And I would just get up first thing and I would do 40 minutes of breath work, way more than I normally would. Oh, and I would feel fantastic afterwards. And then the next day, it was like though it never happened. And so breath work's number one. And then your diet, getting your diet on point. Guys or girls, whatever, just a ketogenic diet at some point, just getting your ketones turned on so you can burn fat for a moment. It takes a long time. I think I've been tracking with a keto monitor. It can take more than 12 hours of not eating before you would even turn on your ketones if you're not metabolically flexible. So most people don't go 12 hours without eating, So
really?
I don't think so. Not a lot of people go 12 hours without eating. And so it takes more than that. So we're talking like you're barely into like fat burning. And so that means your energy is going to be junk, because if you ever get hungry, now your body's looking for glucose instead of the fat cells that are just sitting there on you.
I feel like you're talking to me.
Because you eat a lot?
If the shoe fits.
I'll tell you later who I'm talking to.
You're talking to what?
No, I'm a little passionate. I'm a little passionate right now about health, because people need to get their monkey shit together, and it's so simple, man. Breath work, get your diet a little bit right, just burn fat for fuel. Cold exposure and heat exposure, both are easy and lovely. And then just get your feet in the grass, get your face in the sun, and that's it. And none of that costs you anything extra, really. And so, man, get on it. If anybody's listening, you better. If you have any concern with immune system, energy levels, or mood, any of those things, adding those will change how you feel about in all three of those categories.
All right, say that last part again without the buzz so I can clip that.
If you have any issue with energy levels, immune system, or mood, all you have to do is use any of those healthy ways to control your adrenaline, control your hormones, and you're going to feel better. And you're going to feel better immediately, amazingly, and instantly.
Nice. Dude, the eating thing, it's hard. It's a struggle for me. Man, it's bad. I eat pretty bad.
No, but you're healthy.
You're an athlete.
We're not talking about you. You're doing fine. You're doing amazing. Are you kidding me?
I'm like,
yeah.
Remember how?
I've seen those cum gutters.
Well, anyways, let's go.
You're chiseled.
But the fuck, what was like
your diet.
Oh, you remember how one of your buddies we had on was like, I feel like Miles's whole like life is just to balance out his beer drinking.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely me with like my fast food consumption. You know, my whole lifestyle just balances out my Taco Bell, like Crunch Wraps.
Respect. I like Taco Bell.
Dude, you know what's hard about it is all those other things you mentioned, ice bath and sauna and stuff. There's like an emotional feel good that comes with it. So it's like pretty, for me, easy because I'll sit out, outside the cold tub and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. But then also I do. And I'm like, I know as soon as I get out of here, I'll be freaking stoked.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like how you don't, the first time you try coffee, like it tastes bad. But then once you relate it to the positive feeling, suddenly it tastes good now. At least that was my experience.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah. And then, but with eating healthy, there's no happiness that follows.
Whoa.
There's just
What?
there's just sadness. There's just like angst.
I eat a relatively healthy, like my father, Joe Rogan. I also am on a carnivore diet.
Are you really?
Yeah. All I eat is just like steaks that are, I get them at my butcher. And
Nice.
they're already pre-seasoned, like some kind of Santa Maria sort of thing or whatever.
Nice. I like a nice
Santa
Santa Maria.
And
What butcher? In Escondido?
Yeah, it's called Kennedy's Carne.
Okay, cool.
It's really good. There's like they have a really good like lot of meat and stuff that you can choose from there.
Awesome. Organs? Lots of organs?
I'm not sure about organs. I'm sure if you asked, they would have them in the back.
Yeah.
They don't have them on display. Liver.
No. But yeah, that's basically all I eat. So I'll go and I'll buy like 10 pounds of meat, and it'll be either. I like to get it pre-seasoned, so all I have to do is just put it in the oven, and then I'll portion it up so that it'll last.
Beef in the oven?
Yeah.
How many? So what does 10 pounds last you? How long does that last you?
A week.
Okay.
So it's people would think it's expensive, but it's really not. It's only like $120 a week for food.
Okay. And that's it? You're just straight up meat?
Meat. Okay. Well, there's like a little bit of cheese too.
Okay. We're not judging you.
But it's like this cheese dip, which I dip the meat into.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Like a nacho cheese?
No,
like
it's
a
like
Tostitos?
Like a fondue.
Like a fondue?
It's like a Oaxaca jalapeno cheese dip. It's delicious.
Jalapeno's a fruit. Sorry. You're a liar.
Shit. Oh no.
Destroying your
fruit. Oh, and coffee. Can't forget coffee.
So do you figure you're in ketosis all the time?
I don't know.
He'd have to be,
I don't really
right?
know about the science of all that.
I'm going to go get my meter.
He
Just for fun. Do you want to know?
doesn't know about the science. He just listens to Joe.
No, he just feels good. He listens to
Listens
himself.
to listens to his papa.
Listen to my father's advice.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I've been doing it for like 6 months, and I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I did it. I didn't feel good. But
You exercise an awful lot, though. When you do jiu-jitsu
But so
3
does he,
times a
though.
day.
yeah, I mean, the high intensity exercise for me is maybe a little bit higher, but he. I mean, look at this guy. Show him the biceps again.
Let's see.
Give him one for the camera.
Oh my Lord mercy! Jesus, do they both look like that, or are you left-handed?
Oh,
Well, that left one is strangely larger.
I'm right-handed.
Are you?
I'm right-handed, but like
Yeah.
my left has always been bigger.
You just
I'm the
go
same
with
way.
the stranger?
I'm the same way. Yeah.
The strangler, more like it.
The strangler.
Dang.
But yeah, like all the exercise, I don't really like hit the gym. It's more just sparring than anything.
You don't lift anymore?
Okay, you're gonna laugh, but so when I do lift, it's at work because I start at 5 a.m. and normally no one comes in between. Well, there'll be some people, but I'll have like a good hour.
What's your work?
I work at a car wash and gas station.
Okay.
And like a mini
Soapy
mart.
Joe's? Oh. Soapy Joe's is nice.
dare
They hook you up.
He's really passionate about his.
Are you?
How dare you?
I
Soapy
mean-
Joe's pales in comparison to the car wash.
Does it really?
Yes.
I think Soapy Joe's does a great job.
Last time we talked, he was like, "Our car wash is the best." Like he's.
It's the best. It's so powerful. It's so powerful that it took this woman's paint clean off her
Whoa.
car.
Really?
I felt
Some might
bad.
think that's a bad thing.
Well, but she just had it repained,
okay.
and she
Oh,
should not
good job.
have come through with a fresh.
I love that you're passionate about the car wash because
Yeah.
I really like Soapy Joe's. What about their vacuums? You got to
The
get
vacuums
doubles.
are the strongest vacuums ever.
Oh, that's nice.
The suction is ridiculous.
Oof.
I will show you our vacuum machine. And you'll be like, that should be on a jet engine.
Jesus.
It just might be.
I have a rock hard vacuum boner right now.
I was wondering what that was. Anyways, my workout.
Yeah.
So I'll have like an hour of free time in between, like customers don't come in because it's like early and like might be like a construction worker here and there. So we have like these giant crates of water that we sell. So I'll bring a crate of water.
Nice.
I'll do like three different sets of push-ups because I have room. The diamonds, normal length, wide, and then I'll do dips, and then
What do you do dips on?
just countertop.
Oh,
I love it. That's the move.
Then
Appreciate the audio.
I'll get this big crate of big crate of water. It's like 50 pounds, and then I'll do like super deep squats, but I'll only go up like 3/4 of the way just so I have constant
Nice.
muscle tension.
Yeah.
And I'll just do that 15 times. And then I'll use that same crate and then I'll do Romanian deadlifts with it. And then I'll take the water bottles out of the crates. It's like a gallon of water. And I'll do wide curls. And then I'll transition it to dumbbell press.
did people ever walk in and you're like in the middle of the store, like pressing?
Oh man,
your-
you getting that pump? I'm like, I got to, bro. Like, yeah. And then
That's
I'll do
awesome.
The chest, I'll do the shoulder press, and then I'll do the skull crushers or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And then I'll do just like a light, sort of implemented, like
like a row.
something like that, yeah. And then after that, I'll just hang off the counter just to decompress my spine a little bit, stretch, and then I'll do that 5 times. And
That's awesome. It's a
It
super
works.
workout.
Dude, I
That's
thought
what
you were like Mr. Lifts Weight. Don't you have a home? Don't you have weights in your garage?
I do, but if I can get it done at work, then I'll just get it done at work.
Get on the clock.
That's true.
It's getting
You get
paid to
paid.
lift weights.
By the time I get home, it's like 9:30. I've been working since 5 a.m. I just want to eat, and then I have to go right to bed because I have to get up the next morning at 4
Eat
and
meat.
be there by 5.
Eat meat.
Eat
I
meat.
gotta eat my meat.
Eat my meat,
Eat my meat, beat my meat, go to bed.
head on out.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like it's so easy to be in shape if you have any gumption.
Yeah.
That's like it's just a shame when people don't. One of my favorite things to say to people when they. I'm pretty flexible, so when people see me like doing something, they're like, "Whoa, how'd you get so flexible?"
They're insanely flexible.
Takes time.
Well, no, so when
See,
people-
there's no caffeine in this. I'm yawning.
yeah, it's if anybody is not as flexible than they'd like to be, I guarantee at their house they don't have an area where they could just lay down and do stretching. They don't have it. They have an extra love seat or they have a pile of laundry or something.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like some people just hate stretching, which I don't understand. I love it.
I
No,
love
But I
stretching.
think some people hate it.
It's well, yeah. If you hate it, you
So
wouldn't have a
nice.
stretching area in your house ready to go. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't have a dedicated stretching area, but there's enough space.
Well, right, you can do it because you're also flexible. What I'm saying is, if somebody is not flexible, I guarantee they don't have a space that they could just go do it. They
Well, do you have space in your...
I stretch on my bed. I have a purple mattress that doesn't really give, so I can stretch on my bed. It's really
There you
nice.
go.
And it's a king-size bed, so there's plenty of room.
And he's not
You're not very flexible, though.
He's not?
Huh?
You're not very flexible?
I would categorize
I'm not that flexible. Most of the flexibility that I focus on is like my spine, neck.
Well, no, are you less flexible than you would like?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to throw head kick up there without worrying about pulling something.
So myth busted then, sir.
Yeah, it's all right. Fair enough. It seems like he's getting stuff done, though.
Yeah.
It's just the type of stretching that I do. It's just I'm not really stretching my legs out too much. Only like back, glutes.
How's your back injury?
Good.
Really?
Really
Nice.
good. I had, honestly, since I started this new diet that was given to me by my father.
So the carnivore diet fixed your back injury?
I don't want to say it fixed it, but I'd say that my body has a lot less inflammation.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
And
Do you do keto all the time?
I do. Sometimes I'll do a keto lunch, so I'll stay in ketosis from hopefully the night. Like I'll get in ketosis in the morning, and then I'll at least keep it for the afternoon.
You fast all morning.
Yeah, mostly. I'll take a coffee, but I like to do one meal a day. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna get back to fasting because I don't train in the early morning anymore. I do the late morning and I do 2 at night instead of like the early and then late and then 1 at night. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it because I can't fast and train. I feel so wrecked for the day.
Do you? Yeah.
I just need like a banana.
Aminos.
Yeah, a little bit of
Aminos
sugar.
seems to be what you need.
Yeah.
Like, then you don't burn muscle when you exercise fasted. So if you exercise fasted, potentially you'll burn muscle.
Right.
But if you take aminos, then you won't burn the muscle.
Really?
That's like that'll be the initial fuel source or something. Yeah. Gary Brecka is my favorite resource.
Oh, Gary
that
Brecka.
stuff. Yeah. He's the best.
Mm.
Big Off guy.
I got my mom and his vitamins.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The methylated vitamins.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that you've talked about him, right?
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
He's
I mean,
like your favorite health guru.
yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to, I don't know. I mean, at some point, maybe I'd like set up what he's doing as like a shop,
What does he do?
I mean, he's got the 10X health system. And so you could come in and people could get like, you'd get an IV bag, you'd get like some red light therapy, you'd get a ground, you do grounding mat stuff.
Yeah. You want to set up a physical shop?
I mean, I've considered it because it's pretty cool. I like all the stuff that they're doing, and I'd like to have a mat area too and stuff like that. But whenever I think about setting up, like, it wouldn't be totally a gym. It would be mats, cold plunges, it would be, and then the other things that are involved in 10X Health.
Dude, I'm telling you. Well, I'm not telling you. I'm suggesting to you.
Thank you for making that distinction.
One of the things I think about that would always be awesome. So we just signed a new lease for the gym, so we're here for a few years. But the next place, my dream, for no reason at all, is to like buy a big building. So for the next one, buy like a big building, like STVJ or like 8,000, 9,000 square feet. But I don't want that many students, right? We've talked about this. So
Come on.
So no, I have no. I don't want that.
You
at
just
all.
need a general manager to manage all of them.
No, I don't need the students to be managed. We'll talk about that. So Juan's just trying to he wants a job.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Car wash ain't that well.
Fuck the car wash.
It's already dipping out.
I'm on Team Anzalone now.
So I want to get a big place like that and have like a big mat space and then like a big gym area, kind of a CrossFit style gym, just like no machines, just like ropes and cage, like a squat cage and things like that,
Yeah.
man shit. And then I want a coffee shop in it.
Oh.
Okay, but like kind of like how when you go to LA Fitness or something, there's like a Nutri Shop or something like that.
Yeah.
In it. But it's a standalone, like you could just go to the Nutri Shop. It's its own thing. But then you could enter it from the gym as well. So it's like attached, but it's its own business. So I want mats and then like a regular gym and then a coffee shop in there that like works on its own. And if I could have it, my total perfect way
Yeah.
is I wouldn't have anything to do with that coffee shop. I would just lease the space to a shop, so that I don't have to manage it. I just collect the rent. You know?
Yeah.
But then I get free coffee in the deal.
Just for you.
Let's go over the important stuff.
So, anyways, if that came to fruition, right?
Yeah.
And if I had like a 10,000 square feet place,
Love how
I
it's
would
growing.
totally. Yeah, Yeah, I'm just throwing out numbers.
I know, it
whatever.
was like 8, now it's like
Well,
10.
now I got to make room for you.
Yeah,
Right?
thank
This is
you.
what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So
I see.
10,000 square feet.
I felt it.
So to have like the, because you told me how much that cold plunge place in Carlsbad charges.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking insane.
Right.
And I'm
Big
just
time.
saying, like, we got to do that.
Oh man,
You
I
know?
and
Like-
it's like now it's on Saturday Night Live. They were doing cold plunges in the yeah.
Was it the Shane Gillis episode?
No, it was
I thought he
after
was-
the latest one.
Oh, really?
The very latest one. Whoever the host was did a cold plunge at the intro.
Oh,
Like,
really?
hopped in a cold plunge. Yeah, it's. I mean,
Really?
it is. Is it mainstream
Was
yet?
it
I mean,
sponsored by Plunge or something?
no. They just had the tank. They had the same one that I have. They had a freaking farm tank. It wasn't sponsored by anybody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who's the host?
That's a great question. I don't know who he was.
Some random.
I mean, somebody knows him. Not me though.
Not us.
Yeah, there's a place in Carlsbad that charges what, like $250 a month,
I think $275.
and it's just there's a hot tub and cold plunges, right? Or they do classes. Do they
They
have
have
classes?
sauna. Yeah, no, they have breathwork classes that are pretty. I mean, they have like pillows and eye masks and like singing bowls and all the goofy stuff. But and then they have the big old cold plunge, big old hot tub, big old sauna, and with
sauna.
red light and steam.
They have a
Red
group.
light.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You know the collagen back to my face.
Oh man, change the hue.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Here, if hand me that remote back there. See that remote on the shelf behind
We
you?
got 10 minutes.
The big square one.
I should probably take this off before
Oh, you better.
Yeah.
it just yanks me.
Here. I'll help you out right now.
What's the remote gonna do?
Yeah, either one.
You have a restaurant.
Oh, we're gonna change
Hold on,
the.
hold on.
We got 9 minutes.
There you go.
Oh, respect.
There you go. There you go.
I'm more tan.
You look younger already.
I like it.
All right, you gotta go bathroom. Yeah. You gotta leave pretty soon anyways. Yeah. We can just wrap it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is cool. This is fun. Juan, scoot in here. Get in this camera.
Okay, get in shot.
Brown hue is coming.
If you want to find out what Juan's doing in his life, you're gonna have to first create a Facebook account. Follow him. You can add him. You can email him at Juan at AOLonline.com.
SBCglobal.net.
He'll send me messages, like he'll send me reels, like on Facebook Messenger, and I'll see the notification, and I'll just text him and be like, I don't use Facebook.
But do you look at the reels?
No, because I have to open Messenger, and I hate Messenger, and then and then I have to go to like.
You hate Messenger?
Yeah, I hate it, dude.
Why? It's just like
the interface. The interface is
Yeah,
just
I hate
so.
It's just like using your less.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You guys iPhone people too?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh my God, you have a coaster instead of an actual
My
phone?
bad.
You have a coaster.
My 150 megapixel. I can see the moon.
Actually, you can't.
I know.
Did you hear about that?
Don't tell
you told
the
me that, right?
millions of
So
users.
funny.
We've
listeners.
told all 55 of our subscribers.
55. That's
We
right.
Don't
Rolling
listen.
strong.
It's fake news. These guys here are losers.
Hey, let me plug my dates in case anyone's still listening. April 4th to the 8th. 4th to the 8th. I'm gonna be at Grappler's Retreat
Nice.
and doing cold plunges, breath work, and teaching Jiu Jitsu, which I'm really excited about.
With Master Hodge?
That'll be the first one. No, Hodge Gracie's going to be there in, I think, September, maybe.
Right.
So I have another one. I'll be there for Wagner Rocha. I'll be a substitute teacher. I'll be a co-teacher. And then for Hodge Gracie, I'll be a co-teacher just teaching, of course, the Wim Hof stuff.
Yeah.
They do all the jiu-jitsu. And then I have one more in that you're going to be at in October or September. Will
Nice.
be the second one. That one's almost sold out, too.
I think that one is the weekend after Hodgers. Are you just going to stay up there?
It is, yeah. Yep. Something. I have like week on there, week off, week on, week off, and I have one more week on, which is
really?
mine. Yeah.
That's cool. This guy loves you, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're actually in December. We're gonna set up the first non-grappling retreat there, potentially. The first non-grappling retreat it'll be a Wim Hof
Breathwork.
retreat.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, which would be
Really cool.
His place couldn't be better. I mean, all the awesome food you can eat made to order breakfast. You get your own room. Cold plunges. We got ice melt waterfall. We got the ocean, a river. You name it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
How much do these cost?
So mine is $1,700 for like the 5 days, essentially.
Hodges is like 4,000 or something.
Yeah, it's a lot
Who
more.
is this? I'm just kidding.
Hodge?
Yeah, but this is a luxury grappling retreat. It couldn't get any better, man.
Luxury.
Yeah, it's like a private. They have a private chef, and it's like a private compound. It's really cool.
That's pretty.
It's awesome.
Is
Yeah.
this like the one in Tulum almost?
I mean, we did that one ourselves,
okay.
and so yeah.
Similar, doing jiu-jitsu, doing all this stuff
Same
every
idea.
day. We're the grapplers retreat. What I'm excited about is there is plenty of downtime, so you can sleep late. You get like a 2-hour nap in the afternoon after lunch.
Oh, naps.
Like
naps.
I like that. I
Remember
like lots
naps,
of
Swan?
downtime.
No, I nap every day. No, not every day. On my days off, I nap. I take at least a 2-hour. I napped before I came here.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's why you're so fresh.
So it's so sharp, so fresh. Or maybe it's this new
25
sponsor,
milligram.
Killcliff.
I like that's the only time you look at the camera.
When he plugs his drink and he flexes his biceps. There you go. Crush the can.
Whoa, it really did sit on there. The stranger's real.
All right. Well, if you want to, so we're on YouTube and Spotify and a few other places, but just find us there. And yeah, Prism. No, that's not it. Post Rolls Jiu Jitsu podcast. I'll plug my dates every Monday through Saturday at Prism Jiu Jitsu. Come through and train.
Yeah.
And also,
What else?
I'm gonna make us this the official sponsor, if it's okay with you.
Who? Yeah.
Because my online school is launched.
Who? Okay.
And
Let's go.
and the company that owns the online school
Yeah.
did sponsor the podcast.
They did, right. Because of the gear.
It's me.
I know. Exactly.
So, first investor.
So this podcast is brought to you by PrismPlus.online. If you want to step your grappling game up to the next level, or just see my beautiful... Oh, damn it, I messed it up.
See this man's beautiful face every day of the week.
Yeah, let Juan do it. Here, go ahead.
Here, flex your biceps and give it again.
Online.
Prism Plus.
Saturday. So PrismPlus.online. So basically, what it is an entire, or what it will be. It's in beta right now. Is an entire jiu-jitsu flow curriculum from step 1 to step 8,000, and you can just search and plug in what you need. If you're like, hey, I need some fucking armbar escapes, or if you're like, hey, I'm a noob, I want to start from square one. It's basically laid out in the order that if I were to take someone that's never trained before and just teach them privates for their whole life, that's what it would be.
That's awesome.
So
the feedback from your Instagram, I told you already, but I had people that didn't know us, and they'd heard of Prism Jiu-Jitsu because of the cool stuff that you've been posting online. So.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Glad that it's not just going into the ether. All right, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Peace.